the one thing that really kicked it off for me. I was laying on my boyfriend's bed at the time, and I don't know even where the comment came from, but he looked at me and he said, "I've never dated a fat girl and I won't start now."
Seeing all the pretty thin girls got me really feeling insecure about my own body image.
It just sort of happened, and eventually it just, continued to develop over the years, and then it just became a full-blown eating disorder that controlled my life.
I was at a theater one night and with a couple of friends, and one told me that even though I was a very skinny person, one day I'd be overweight and fat because my mom had gained a lot of weight in her older years. That planted a thought in my mind that never left.
A lot of people made comments about my weight, and then I noticed that I had started, a lot of it had started with just eating less and less as the time went on, and it just kept going like that.
I was studying those magazines and going, oh crap, I don't have that, and my hair's not long, and I've got chubby cheeks, and I couldn't not make those comparisons. I was in hyper judgment mode.
Bulimia and anorexia, there would be times that I would binge and purge, and then there were times where I would completely starve myself and then exercise like crazy. At times I was doing, the Share Fitness video like 3 times, 4 times a day.
When you grow up and, you become a teenager or you're going through the puberty, like you finally start judging yourself instead of just being who you are.
I never really thought of it as being something that could be harmful to me at all. I think the one time that I realized how harmful it could be is when I was playing a tournament all day long, and my umpire and my coach's wife both pulled me aside and kept asking me, "Are you okay?" Every 5 minutes, because I hadn't eaten that day. And we were on our second game of the day already, and it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. And finally, my coach's wife was pointed out, well, you have to eat something, otherwise you're not gonna be able to make it through the day.
And that's when I thought, wow, if this is too big for her, I'm fat. And so then I quit eating. And so 9 months later, I was skin and bone.
I lost a lot of, time I could have spent with friends, and now I don't really have any friends because of that.
I worked in the high school, and I loved that job. But I had to quit 12 years earlier than I planned on because of my health.
When I dropped down to 79 pounds, the most obvious, of course, to the weight loss was the hair loss. I was losing hair. I was growing hair on my face, which was weird. I was losing my eyelashes and my eyebrows. My skin got really leathery. I also experienced liver failure, a seizure, and almost everything shutting down. My kidneys started to shut down, and not to mention all of the hospital expenses and stuff that came out of that. So I'd say I had a lot of physical ramifications, and I think to this day some of my issues digesting food are because of the damage that was caused when Ed had the hardest grip on me.
Many doctors would say I technically should be dead.
People want validation from outside, but it's what's inside. It's totally what's inside. And you have to be your own confidence. You can't look for it in other people.
So let your spirit shine.
One thing that is most important to realize when even thinking about it is that it has long-term effects, even if you stop early. It can affect everything from the point that you start all the way through.
People think that it's just about the food, but it's not. It's just distraction to keep you away from something else that's bothering you, and people just don't realize how consuming it is. I mean, it literally becomes like your lifestyle.
Healed. Love all of you.
Healed. Love all of you.
Healed. Love all of you.
I love all of you.
That's wonderful.
They can't compete, 'cause in you I am complete.